Infamous Jay Moore, you're in the building.
Yes,
How are you?
I made it. Thank you, Pat Porter. How are you?
I'm excellent today. You got a great show lined up today.
Yes, it is a great show lined up today. I might as well just get right to it. Todd Gordon from ECW, his new book, Todd is God, is out on Amazon. And he'll be calling in just a few minutes. And it'll be great to hear from Todd Gordon, although you know nothing about it. The hardcore extreme wrestling fans do, and they're going to appreciate this interview, Pat Porter.
Of course, you know what you're talking about. You are the wrestling manager of champions across Canada.
Thank you.
People don't realize all the work that you put into this, being the manager of champions. You get in the ring, then you hassle me, but you still know what you're doing with wrestling, so we'll give you that credit.
Yes, it's going to be great, and like I said, Todd Gordon calling in. Also, Steve Grisbrook, one of your friends from the Regency, Pat Porter, and all of his musical experience with the blues. And
he's up there playing this afternoon. We're going to grab him while he takes a little break at about 3:30 or so. Get him on the air. Talk about what's happening with the afternoon blues every Saturday at the Regency, Mountain Road at the QEW.
Amazing.
In Niagara Falls.
Yes, the Regency, of course, you hear us talk about it each and every week because we love it over there.
We do. We love all our sponsors. We'll get to all of them a little bit later on. But in the meantime, what do you say we get into some wrestling music here?
All right.
Aha. Infamous Jay Moore, what is this crazy stuff? Music.
That's the ECW theme song. I thought I'd throw it on for old time's sake for our guest at this time. Mr. Todd Gordon. I love this.
Todd is on the line. Hello, Todd.
How you guys doing in Niagara Falls?
Oh, we're doing great. We are doing absolutely great. I've waited for this for a long time to talk to the great Todd Gordon, and for the simple fact, not only because of the new book, Todd is God, but my fandom growing up. Todd Gordon, you don't know it, but you were a huge part of my wrestling fandom growing up. I watched everything. I literally ordered from Rob Feinstein back in the day every Eastern Championship Wrestling video on VHS. I had the whole catalog, and to watch your career and talk to you today is amazing to me.
I love fans like you. Trust me.
You do? It's funny.
That's true.
You do. I know. Well, you're all about the fans. That's what ECW is about. And let's face it, let's call it like it is. You were the founder, the creator of ECW. And I think, in my opinion, a big part of your business was catering to the wrestling audience. At least your wrestling audience, because it was a little different in the day. It was kind of niche, was it not?
100%. What it was, I wanted to put on shows that I would enjoy.
Yeah.
So I knew if I would like watching it as a fan, because I was a fan at heart and always was.
Yeah.
Then people who came to the building would like watching it. Our very first ever main event, our big first main event, was Terry Funk, Stan Hansen, Abdul the Butcher, and Kevin Sullivan. I wanted to see that match.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
So it was just a natural love affair we all had.
Yeah, so you were working the jewelry shop in Philadelphia, right? And you still have that, right? Carver and Reed.
I sure do.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how did you get involved in the business? Was it just putting your money in with a couple partners and wanting to start something? Like, what was it that attracted you to break in and get some guys going? And like you said, that main event with those legendary names, like, what was the drive behind that?
Actually, I was a backer with a guy named Joel Goodhart with a federation called TWA.
Yeah.
Just to get my foot in the door. I met him through a radio show that he had, and he went bankrupt. And the guys who were working for him came to me and said, "Listen, any way you can keep this thing going, just once a month at a sports bar, Mike Schmidt's sports bar, one show a month. We'll re-announce for free. I'll do this for free." I was like shaking my head, like, what? And finally, I said, "Okay, we'll try it."
Yeah.
We tried it out. We started running like once a month, 100 people. And believe me, if you told me then, 2 years later, I'd be on pay-per-view, national television, I think you were crazy.
Yeah, of course. It's an amazing story. It's the only story that has this history to it when you think about it. Other wrestling promotions are come and gone, but ECW has its own thing, and it's just interesting. That's what interests me most about ECW is your days under your ownership when it was very first started, because there's some of the older generation that may know that, but there's a lot of new generation of wrestling fans that may not know that history because you kind of went off the radar for so long and now come back into it with the book that you have, which that's the history that I love, where you started it, legit mortgaged your house to keep this company going, and the business and the drive and the balls you have to keep something like this running is admirable to me.
Well, I thank you for that, but that's really what happened. It got to a point where so many years of people saying, Paul Heyman's ECW, Paul Heyman's ECW, and I thought,
yeah.
I didn't even hire him until like a year and a half, 2 years after we opened the doors.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, it just kind of got lost in the translation somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it true in the
book?
book?
I said, so many books and so many DVDs have come out that have been produced by the WWE, calling it the unauthorized history of, the unauthorized story of, the rise and fall of the unauthorized version.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was time for the people to get the actual authorized version. The guy was there and saw it all and did it all.
That's what I love about it, too, because you were the man that saw it all and did it all, and they kind of erased your part of history in all those, biographies you're talking about, these authorized versions from the WWE that bought the company. But the real history was Todd Gordon running it in these little venues and keeping this going. And like you said, you brought in Paul a year and a half later and gave him a job basically to help book, but you were maintaining things, running things, and it's just your part of this is why I wanted you on the air, because the wrestling fans here in Canada should know this history if they're new to the wrestling business in any sort of way.
Well, they read the book, they'll get every little detail of how it started, how it grew, what happened, and how it ended. It's from beginning soup to nuts.
Yeah,
it's all in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great, road stories and fun stories, and it wouldn't be ECW if it wasn't about the drugs, the sex, and the rock and the roll too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Did that part of the life, because you kind of dove into that a little bit with what was it, East Coast, West Coast with the boys of ECW when it did divide? Like, how did that change you as you were a businessman and then you're on the road? Did it change you as a person at all?
I don't think it changed me as a person at all.
No?
I think it was just another outlet for my creativity, and also an outlet for me to use some of my business acumen. But I was learning on the fly. That was hard.
Yeah.
The business, unlike any other business, where people look at you eye to eye and they'll lie to your face because they call it working you. They say they're working you, not lying to you.
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
Wow.
But so it was a work in progress. I learned from mistakes and I grew from them, and I got the respect of the guys and became friendly with a lot of the guys. I'm still friends today, 30 years later, best friends with Sandman, Alfonso, Too Cold Scorpio. We're the four of us today. Just 3 days ago, we're doing a four-way text. Just a relationship we've continued over the years. It's a great bond.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I remember, God, it was a long time ago, maybe a decade or so ago, where I actually got to meet you. You came down into Buffalo. It was a ballpark, and I couldn't believe you walked in there with it was too cold, and I think Sabu was there too, Sandman definitely, and tore up Buffalo down here, and it was just
the ballpark brawl.
That's right, you do remember it. I couldn't believe you.
Of course, it was myself and Sandman against Fonzie and Sabu, I believe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I heard the music hit. I was in the Ball Diamond, and I didn't know you were at the building at all. And out comes Todd Gordon. And to me, a place in my heart, as I always said, for starting ECW, a company that I followed for a long, long time. And it was great to see you walk out back then. I can't believe you remember that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Rich Hill was the promoter's name.
Chris Hill. Chris Hill was his name, yeah. He moved to Florida eventually. But, yeah, he used to put on wrestling shows at the stadium, and it was interesting. But and we watched ECW back in the day at the Burt Flickinger Center down here all the time, and the shows were unbelievable. It must have been unbelievable for you, too. At some point, you had to get in the ring, like with Fonzie and stuff like that. You guys, literally legendary matches in ECW. It goes down in history, for two guys that weren't even wrestlers. Like, how was that for you? Like, you're now the businessman, the promoter, the booker, and now getting into the ring, which eventually you end up doing, and putting on one of the most legendary matches in ECW history.
Quite honestly, my thought was to never be actually in the ring in that form, other than making announcements for the next show or things like that. I never thought I'd be in the wrestling working, but the angle with Bill Alfonso, it had to have a natural conclusion there where he came in to try to shut me down.
Yeah.
We spent a year building him up as a state referee, trying to knock ECW down, and it just built to that point. So when it got to that point, again, you're right, neither one of us were workers. I mean, we're just guys.
Yeah.
So we got together, we said, look, the only thing we can do is we just don't embarrass ourselves. Like a locker room of guys who are going out there killing themselves every night. Sabu breaking his neck. Our locker room was like a mass unit after a show. We can't go out there and do like Jim Cornette versus Paulie. We're like ripping each other's clothes off in a tuxedo match. We're going to do this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we just agreed to do it. And like I said, we were best friends. We went out there and just beat the living daylights out of each other in that ring.
Yeah.
I mean, literally beat the daylights out of each other.
Yeah, it was the old school booking of where you gave it to them for so long, and you had to wait for the payoff. And when the payoff came, it was huge. And I think that was huge in ECW with a lot of those storylines that you guys booked and put together. A lot of those characters that came out of that company it was so smart in the psychology and the booking, and different than what you were getting with the WWE at the time.
They were putting out cartoons, and we were putting out hardcore, real stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys went through the crowd and the audience. They brawled through the buildings everywhere we were, from front row to last row, so there was never a bad seat, because you could see them everywhere in the building. No one ever touched these wrestlers. They knew. They were right there watching them hit the heck out of them. I mean, nail each other.
Yeah.
Still forced. I mean, there was no joke. They did not get involved. They just watched and said, wow, this is real.
Yeah,
and it was.
Yeah, it was out in the audience. It was, I wouldn't say out of control chaos, but I mean, just for the way things are now. But it was fun. It was a fun fan experience. You got up close and personal with the pro wrestlers, and they put on they everything on the line to entertain you.
And the fans were as much a part of the show as the wrestlers were. Whether it was bringing weapons to the ring match, or bringing weapons to the show match, or whether it was their chant that they had for each guy who came out, including the Todd is God chant, which was how the name of the book evolved.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, all that came from the crowd that we set off to them.
Yeah, amazing. It's kind of gone today. You don't see it anymore. I'm just giving my opinion on things, but you will never see what ECW did. It's weird that you changed the way wrestling was, but it's also now today looking back on it, it can never be reduplicated.
We were lucky. We caught lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea of doing the Howard Stern of wrestling, basically R-rated wrestling.
Yeah.
Not X-rated, but R-rated. Not no holds barred with the microphones and things like that.
Yeah. And
people wanted it. They loved it. I mean, from here to Japan, they said like, "Oh my God, finally something that seems real to me, something I can get into."
Yeah.
And Sandman was a barroom brawler. He came out to the ring with a beer and a cigarette. That's who he was.
That's right.
Everybody was extensions of who they were.
Yeah.
They weren't going to do cartoon characters.
Well, and at my age, at 48, like I was a huge fan of wrestling from 5 years old. So I was brought up with the rock and wrestling era, and then it died out on me. Attitude Era was great, but it was ECW that brought me back because I'm now old enough, like you said, to enjoy the people that want to have a beer, have a cigarette, get rowdy. The 90s, where it was, like you said, the Howard Stern of wrestling, and that's exactly what it was. And you guys provided it, and thank you for all of that, Todd.
Oh, thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to meet you guys.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I really wanted more time with you, but of course it's only a 10-minute segment I get here. But do you have what do you want the audience listening to leave knowing with this book that you have out there? Because the book it's a lot about your business, a lot about the road stories, and like you say, and do you have anything that you want to close out with for the audience?
Just this. If I was a fan, it would be the kind of book I'd want to read because I wrote it as a fan. And wanting to read it as a fan, and it's sort of like a love letter to all the fans out there as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. It's perfect, and it's coming out at the perfect time of year where it's getting colder and you can go inside and read a book, man. And this one I love, Todd is God, available on Amazon. And Todd, you got anything else?
No, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was great.
I as well, Todd. You've been great. You're a gentleman. You're total business. And thank you for joining us here on 4680Q, my man.
Hey, thank you, Todd. I'm not the wrestling guy. I'm the guy that he gets in the ring and he picks on me. So that's my part in the whole thing. Todd there?
He's out of here.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
He's gone.
Yeah,
I start talking, he hangs up.
He doesn't want to hear about you, Todd Porter.
He's worse than you are, Jay Moore.
Todd Gordon, thank you very much. Yeah. Todd Gordon from ECW, the original founder of Eastern Championship Wrestling. You can look up all that knowledge. You can get the book on Amazon, Pat Porter, because this is a good read.
I'll have you read it to me. Eh? Can you read? You can read? Do you have to hold your finger under the words or what?
You can't read, and that's why I have to read.
You have to put a ruler under the lines, and so you know where you are.
Todd is God. Thank you very much for calling in, the great Todd Gordon.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You got a lot of information out of him, infamous Jay Moore.
He's a genius in the wrestling business. He started a company from scratch that made it huge and is still known today. It was very legendary, and I have much respect for the great Todd Gordon. And the fact that he called in here today means a lot to me, Pat Porter. So
it does.
Thank you. Yeah,
it does. All the way from Philadelphia, and he's in the middle of 3 or 4 different things that he's doing this afternoon.
Yeah, shout outs to Carver and Reed. He still runs a huge jewelry store out there, and a number of different businesses, man. Like Todd Gordon. I was about to say Pat Porter, but you're not no Todd Gordon. Todd Gordon is a legendary
He's no
business.
Pat Porter either.
No. Yeah, exactly.
All right, fair enough.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's it for the wrestlers for today. Eh?
Well, I wanted to play a lot more. I wanted to do an ECW tribute show and I would have liked to have Todd on longer. But I know that you interrupted everything with yes. Let's face it. Let's call it out on air. You went to Rick Rose and you went to the management and said you didn't like some of the past shows that I played with the Pantera music, the Metallica music.
I never said such a thing.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I got word, and you won't let me have the wrestlers
on. Just because I got my finger stuck in my ears doesn't mean anything.
You won't let me have the wrestlers on, Pat Porter.
The wrestlers
and you didn't even say anything all the way through that Todd Gordon interview, one of the biggest interviews.
What am I going to say? I don't know anything about.
So you want to play your blues music? You want to have your Steve Grisbrooks on, and that's what I have to do for the rest of this show. So I've lost control of my own show because legendary Pat Porter knows how to play politics in the wrestling business, and that's exactly what you did today.
Politics.
Yeah.
Well,
you're a politician.
I've been around a little longer than you have, infamous Jay Moore.
You worked your way into making this a blues show. You know I don't play blues on my radio show.
It's not just blues. Yesterday I had some ragtime on.
Yeah, ragtime.
I had Danny Boy Phelan on yesterday, Irish singer.
Yeah.
Sang ragtime. He sang blues. He sang old country music. He played the banjo.
Yeah.
He played the fiddle.
So why can't you have that stuff on your show and just leave my show
alone? It was on my show.
I'm playing Motley Crue. I'm playing Metallica. I'm playing Pantera. I'm playing the good music. I could have done an ECW tribute show today, but you dragged this into day number 2 for you of now dragging it into my show. How many blues? You love the blues. That's the thing. You're sitting there laughing about it. You got your finger queued up to play more blues music.
I do.
And just shut me up. So I might as well just put my headphones down, leave the studio, and
don't
you do
take a nap or something.
Goodbye.
They crawl on the floor over there. You know?
I lost control of my own radio program.
He's out of here. He's out of here. Okay, we got to play some music here. He slammed the door on me. He's gone. Pat Porter without Jay Moore. 4680 Q. Give me some lovin'. Blues Brothers. So what are you doing back in the room, J-Mo? I thought you left and gave me some peace and quiet here.
I needed a bathroom break. No, I can't let you take over.
You slammed the door on your way out.
Because you upset me.
Oh, too bad about that. Yeah, well, that's tough. Life is tough.
You let me have a 10-minute interview with Todd Gordon, and then you cut that short even just to play music.
No,
does it make a difference? You could have played that music at any given time. You didn't have to interrupt my Todd Gordon interview at all. No, you didn't have to.
Well, I felt like it was about time.
Especially when the name of the show is the infamous Jay Moore Show with Pat Porter. I thought this show was for me.
It is your show.
And suddenly you're doing creative.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're doing half the time. So that's why you got to have me sitting in there.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean I don't know what I'm doing? I just
you don't have a clue.
Guess. I mean, what guess do you have? Gene Simmons from Kiss?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Gene's out there.
Exactly.
Yeah? He's probably listening right now.
Well, he probably is listening because I know he's a big fan of yours, Pat Porter, and we know that he listens when he's on the road. And I know we've had him on the old station. Well, you've had him on.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I've had nothing to do with it. That's your claim to fame, is that you're
there's a lot more people than him.
You're friends with Gene Simmons.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I know them all.
Sorry.
They're buddies.
I guess I've had my time. So what is next on the agenda? Mr. Legendary radio broadcaster Pat Porter.
Thank you.
You get a hand clap because you're able to fill the rest of the hour out. You think I couldn't do this?
Right. I didn't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing half the time.
Yeah.
I have to help you along.
Which, by the way, Pat Porter, I know you may not like this, but I have a request for later on in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Muddy Waters is some great blues music, and there's a great Muddy Waters with the Rolling Stones out there.
I got Cab Calloway for you.
Exactly. You're not going to give me what I want. I just asked for one song.
See if you behave.
Muddy Waters with the Rolling Stones.
Turn down the volume a little bit.
Great way to end the show.
Do I have to fade you down, or can you just lower your volume on your own?
I just gave you the greatest interview of all time. Well, I try. Okay? Call Gene Simmons then.
No, we'll get him on another. He doesn't want to talk to you.
No, I'm done with you.
He only wants to talk when I'm on the show.
You know what?
If he knows you're on, he'll say, I'm not talking to that guy.
No, of course he won't. Yeah. Even though I have the same birthday as him.
If you'll take a breath for a second so I can say something.
Yeah.
We're waiting on Steve Grisbrook from the Regency Athletic Resort calling in any time now. But in the meantime, the entertainment up there this afternoon at the Regency is on right now. Ian Andrews is entertaining.
Yes.
And we're going to play something by Ian Andrews here. I think you're going to like this one. I don't know. You don't like anything I do, Jay Moore. But
I like Ian Andrews. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, this is called Handsome Devil. It's kind of like me, right?
No, I think you wrote it about me.
Oh, here we go. Ian Andrews. That is Ian Andrews and the Smoking Scoundrels.
That sounds good, Pat Porter. He's on right now.
Right now at the Regency Athletic Resort. Yeah.
What a way to open up Thanksgiving.
All right.
What a way to do it. Yeah.
I'll tell you, we got another guy coming next Saturday. He's going to be entertaining at the Regency. Yeah. And that's October 14th. Jerome Godbout is going to be up there now.
Oh,
he's a crowd favorite, of course.
Okay.
People love him. You know, he's well known.
Are you queuing up his music? Because that's what it looks like you're doing.
I'm talking to you. I'm waiting for you to see if you want to pipe up with something.
You know, Pat Porter, it just seems like that kind of day. I roll out some music. I'm waiting for Steve Grisbrook to call in. Another lie that you said he was going to call in 3:30. He hasn't called in at all.
He's got to take a break. Maybe he's doing an encore up at the Regency.
Take a break. I'm going
Here
first.
is Jerome Godbout, 4680Q.
Driving fast. For you to love me, it's got to be real. Then you'll know just how I feel. Love is real, not fade away. Love is real, not fade away. 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 Not fade away.
Jerome Godbout, Not Fade Away. You might remember that one from the Rolling Stones. He's going to be up at the Regency Athletic Resort next Saturday. Tell you who's up there right now. We just got him off the floor. He was playing. Finally, he took a little break, and we've got Steve Grisbrook, the guy that books everybody. Steve, how are you doing, Steve?
I'm exhausted. I get too old for this stuff, man. Oh, we're having a ball. The bar is full, and the music's cooking. Everything's great.
Oh, fantastic. So let you take a little break. I guess your set was finished, so that's perfect then for you, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's going on at the Regency? I know you've taken over. The first time you had a guest up there was beginning of September, and you're booking all the blues events at the Regency, not only Saturdays in the afternoon, but you got Thursday, you got blues in the evening as well. Tell me a little bit about...
Yeah, we got Thomas Nelson's playing here on Thursday night. He's a good friend of mine, and I introduced the general manager to him, and they locked him up tight. So he's there every Thursday night.
He's a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thomas Nelson Band, yeah.
And it's building up really nice. It's getting busier every week.
So every Thursday, what times do you start, Steve?
I believe he starts at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Until either 10 or 11.
All right. And then encore, people want to throw money at him, then he's fine to...
you know it.
Yeah. What about the rest of the lineup here? I got it listed in front of me here, so I know that next week is Jerome Godbout, and then got Wendell Ferguson coming up after that.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about him.
That falls into our et cetera category. Wendell's he's an amazing songwriter, and he's a 3-time country guitar picker champion, and he's hilarious. He puts a lot of humor into his lyrics. And he's just a whole lot of fun to play with.
Oh, so he's going to be up there next Saturday. What time does that start? In the
afternoon? There, and he's out in 2 weeks, and we start at 2:30 here every Saturday.
21st, on the 21st.
Yeah.
2:30 until 6 o'clock with blues. Your band, of course, Blues, etc. You're up there pretty well every Saturday, aren't you, with that?
I am. I've got an extensive barbell I'm trying to pay off week by week.
Yeah. Well, Esther might give you a fresca or something for free if you're...
I'm not saying a word there, sir.
We love Esther. We love her. She's great. Great to work with. And, of course, you've been working for her at the Regency, booking acts in there. And the talent that you're finding is just amazing. But you know everybody in the blues world.
Well, I've been at it for a little while, and I've made a lot of friends, and they've been gracious enough to come out and play with us, and I love playing with them.
Yeah.
I don't get much of a chance to play with them unless I book them, so it works out beautifully.
Okay. So you book them, they get on stage. All of a sudden, what do? Call for you? You jump up there to help out, or what? How's that go?
No, we have a core band, as I said, Blues, etc. We play, we back them up, and it's literally like Wayne Gretzky on a pleasure skate. We go completely unrehearsed. All we get is a key and somewhat of a feel, and we put our seatbelts on and enjoy the ride.
Wow. I looked at some of the postings you put up there and some of the videos that you put out from the Regency. You guys look like you're having a lot of fun.
It's got to be fun. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing.
Yeah. Now, you've been playing the blues, and not only blues, but we talked about this before, Blues, etc. That's the name of the band. It means more than blues, of course, Blues, etc. What else do you play? Yeah,
we've got a few guests that come in that do like classic rock stuff. I've got a guest that comes in that does nothing but top 40 one-hit wonder Canadian acts. I've got a guy that comes in and does a bunch of CCR stuff. We touch on the country every now and then. We do some R&B. We do pretty much anything we can. It's all got sort of a blues feel to it. Mm-hmm. But again, it's just music, right? So we just play it and have fun doing it.
Well, what is special about the Regency? I know Jay Moore and myself go on and on about the Regency all the time, but you're up there more often than we are because you're up there almost all the time. Tell me about the place. It's different now than it used to be, but it still has the same flavor.
Well, they've gone through a management change, and they've put a fresh coat of paint on the place. They've introduced a new menu. They've got things going on here. Well, of course, during the summer, they've got volleyball and baseball and sort of street hockey. They've got all kinds of major events going on. The place is massive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, of course, they've got a little motel attached to it, too. So it's... my big thing is it's right off the highway, and it's got lots of parking. They've got a wonderful staff here. and I have not eaten a thing here that I haven't liked yet.
Wow. Yeah. So you play for your dinner and you play to pay off your bar bill. So
pretty much, yeah.
Now, Sean Duff.
For the love of it, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know you love blues. You love music in general.
Yeah.
I had a picture of your guitar that I put up on my Facebook page. It says
Grizz.
Grizz.
Yes.
Yeah. That's your nickname, I guess. Grizz?
It is, yes.
Yeah, how'd you come upon that game? Who gave you that name? They just called you Grizz one day? Or?
No, it's just short form for Grisbrook.
Yeah.
I was getting called Grisberg, Griswold, all kinds of different
Griswold.
things. Shorten it to Grizz, it's fine.
Griswold, that's like Chevy Chase in that old movie, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're quite a showman. I got to give you credit for that. And the talent that you've lined up here now, we were talking about Wendell Ferguson on the 21st, but on the 28th of October, we're getting near to Halloween, Sean Pinchin's going to be up there. Tell me about Sean.
Yes. Oh, Sean is amazing. I stumbled on him by accident. He's an amazing. He's a finger picker player, but he approaches things in a completely different way. He's got an amazing slide technique, and just comes up with a great selection of material. And he's a very down to earth kind of guy. A lot of fun to play with, and a lot of fun to play off of.
Right, yeah, because you have to kind of, go as play as you go, because you don't know what the other guy's going to do, but you kind of bounce off each other, and the chemistry is what brings it all together, right?
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, our band's been playing together pretty much for about 25 years, so I figure as a trio, anything we add to it is just going to be icing to the cake.
Yeah.
And we sort of, we make them go in our direction sometimes, we follow in their direction, and sometimes we just meet in the middle.
Well, you're also a pretty big guy, so they don't argue with you. They just.
I'm not that big. I just run fast.
Okay. Well, Chuck Jackson's coming up in November. How about him?
Yes, there's actually a rumor that he's going to pop by here this afternoon. I believe he's in the area, and I may finagle him up on stage too.
What about Joel Johnson, the 11th?
Joel Johnson, yeah, he's been in with us once already. He's just back on the circuit. He went through some nasty back injuries, but he's out and playing a whole lot now, and I've got him rebooked, I think, for early spring.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is going to be carrying through right through all the time.
We go at least till, it hasn't really been discussed yet, but as a rule, we usually go till the end of June. There's a possibility we may end up taking it through the summer. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, it's harder to do in the summertime because everybody's got things to do and got grass to cut and so on. But yeah, I mean, if we can do it, I'll keep it going.
Yeah, you know what else I was going to mention to you that is going on at the Regency. People here on the radio show here that we're talking about the Regency because they are one of our partners at 4680q.ca and .com. I was talking to a blues man yesterday, and he says, "Can you get me into the Regency? Can you pull a couple of strings?" And I said, "Well, I'll talk to Steve Grisbrook about that." So I'm not going to name any names right now, Steve, but I'll send you some information and let you decide. I think I got some talent for you.
Yeah, I'm always looking for new people to play with, and we try and add a little bit of a twist to our afternoons.
Yeah,
and always very welcoming.
How about roots and bluegrass, that kind of thing?
Well, we touch on that at times. Again, it sort of depends on what direction the guest takes us in.
Well, that's it.
I've got some people that I expected, one thing from, and they come in and do a completely different thing, and we take a left turn and we go with it.
Wow. Oh, yeah. So you're always on top of this. So is Sean Duff up there still?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Is he working today or?
I did see him earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
He's the guy who looks after the grounds and the baseball and the volleyball, and he's up there all the time.
He does a million different things around here, yeah.
He's a good guy. Let's see, I got a song here called Young Blood, featuring Steve Grisbrook. Yeah. Niagara Rhythm section also with this. Can I play this for you, Steve?
Oh, by all means.
Okay, we're going to play this song. I'm going to thank you for coming on today. I know you probably want to grab some lunch or grab some supper or whatever you're doing. And
a beer. I'm going to grab a beer.
All right, at least you're honest about it. Yeah, have a six-pack. Take it out back. Well. Yeah, for sure. And all our regards, of course, to Esther from Infamous J. Moore and myself.
I will pass that on to her.
She's made this all happen.
Always a pleasure talking to you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Steve, we're going to have you on many more times over the next couple of months or so. So looking forward to getting you back in the studio once again, too.
Let's do that.
Because I know you bring Esther, and she's always easy on the eyes. So there you go. Steve, thanks a lot for talking to us today. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Have a great one.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you soon.
Okay, Steve Grisbrook. Here is the Niagara Rhythm section along with Steve Grisbrook. And this is Young Blood.
She looks so tough. I had to follow her all the way home. Things went bad. I met her dad. He said, "Not to leave my daughter alone." I couldn't sleep that night for crying. I saw the rising of the sun. All night long my heart was crying. See, you're the one. You're the one now. You're the one. Young blood. Young blood. Young blood. she looked so tough. I had to follow her all the way home. Things went bad. I met her dad. He said, "Let my daughter alone." I saw her standing on a corner, a yellow ribbon in her hair. Oh, that on my heart went shut up. Said, "Looky there, looky there now, young blood, young blood, young blood." Well, I can't get you out of my mind.
Oh, yeah. That is Steve Grisbrook, the guy we just had on the air a couple of minutes ago from the Regency Athletic Resort and the Niagara Rhythm Section. And Young Blood.
Don't say we, Pat Porter. You had him on the air.
Well, no, this is your show.
You didn't even give me a chance to ask one question. You didn't give me a chance to talk to him. You didn't get. You just.
Well, you shut me down when the wrestler was on.
You took the whole interview over, and you gave him more time than when I had Todd Gordon on.
Geez, are you loud? I have to bring your level down. You're so loud. Screaming in the microphone.
I'm angry.
You're always mad about something. All the time, right?
My show is chopped up all because Pat Porter is putting his creative hand down and saying what I can have and not.
I'm not your boss. I'm not your boss.
Oh yeah. Now you're playing politician as to what you didn't do anything. You weren't up to anything.
Was it me? Not my fault? No.
You talked to Steve Grisbrook for about 15-20 minutes. You made me talk to Todd Gordon for 8. I couldn't even get information about it. The new book Todd has got available on Amazon, which is ridiculous.
Well, you didn't ask him.
Plus, during that great Steve Grisbrook song that was at the Anchorage.
Yeah, Anchorage and Niagara on the Lake.
Yes. Yeah. While that was happening, I accidentally, I guess not accidentally, but I gave Ashley my credit card. She said she was going to spend $200 at Costco.
Of your money.
And I got notification that my bill is $645. Can you believe that?
She's shopping today.
On my credit card. It's not even money I have. I owe this. I owe $645 on credit?
You know what you got to tell her?
Costco? Are you kidding me?
You have to say, Ashley, I am broke. I have no money.
Well, we don't even have kids or anything. What are we spending $645 on?
She's probably buying you a Christmas present. You think?
No, she'll do nothing, yeah.
All right. Give me the figures from Hernders' big craft show last weekend.
Yes, well, I will make an announcement on Hernders last Thursday, Pat Porter. Hernders says thank you because they raised an amazing 2,864 pounds of food plus $3,639 in cash. And that's all to the great people of Niagara. The Hernder Estates thanks you. Big food drive, big money fundraising effort. And Pat Porter.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Be proud of yourself.
Did a good job.
Be proud of yourself.
Well, it wasn't me. It was everybody that was involved in Niagara that went to the Hernder Estate Winery craft show last weekend for both days.
Yes.
Great weather.
Over $3,000.
All right. If you want to put a plug in your mouth there for a second, like the old days, put a potato in there, chomp down on that thing, and we'll sign out till next week. And I got a great song. I know this is going to be one of your favorite songs.
You wouldn't even play my Muddy Waters song. You're just playing whatever you want. My show is being sabotaged.
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time for Muddy Waters.
I'll be back at 3 o'clock next Saturday with Pat Porter if we're even working together anymore.
Well, we're going to play this one for you. Big Mama Thornton for you, Jay Moore.
What is this? On 4680Q, this is the Jay Moore Show?
It's Hound Dog.
No!
That's what you are. You're a hound dog, and I'm fading you out.
We'll see you next week.
Okay. All right. Catch you later.
I ain't gonna feed you no more. You told me you was hot, man, but I can see through that. Yes, you told me you was hot, man, but I can see through that. And Daddy, I know you ain't no real cool cat. You ain't nothing but a hound dog with Snoop and I'm a dope. All right, long here, baby. Now wag your tail. Oh, get it. Oh, get it now. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, you hound dog. You made me feel so blue. You made me weak.